Okay, so for this one, it's going to start out exactly like the one that we practiced. You're doing a 1-inch grid in both directions, and then you're going to use a compass to draw a circle in the center. Okay, now that I have this drawn, we're going to go back and we're actually going to add in a second set of grids. So outside of the circle, I'm going to divide all of my grids in half this direction, and you can measure them out. They'll all be 1/2 inch. I'm just going to eyeball it for the sake of being a little bit faster, and because, you know, I went to school for this, so one of those things I can probably do pretty well. Now, when I divide these, I'm not going to draw inside the circle, just outside the circle. Then I'm going to divide them in half the other direction inside the circle. I'm going to turn my paper just because it's easier for me to do the vertical lines than the horizontal ones. There we go. Okay, now that I have all the lines drawn, we're going to go ahead and carve it out. So I'm going to use my carving tool. Remember, the shovelly side, the part that curves, goes down. And when I carve with it, I'm going to use it at an angle. I'm not going to carve with the tip because that will tear the paper. So I'm going to use it on the sides. And I'm going to start by just doing all the lines that I've drawn. And if you want to use it alongside of a ruler, you most certainly can do that. Just be careful to stay on the lines. And we want to cut deep enough that we're cutting through the white part of the paper, but not so deep that I'm cutting through the black part. So here you can see I've cut through the white part, but it's still attached on the back. Now when I do my circle, I'm going to go a little bit slower because I don't have the ruler as my guide, and I want to be sure to stay as close on this as possible. Now just like this, when I crisscross pieces that have already been cut, they're going to want to peel up, so I just try and keep my finger on them as I come up to them so that they don't. And if they do, it's okay. They're just like stickers, so you can just stick them right back down. Okay, now I'm going to peel them like a checkerboard. And thought there was one of these that I kind of messed up on. I wanted to pick as one of my black ones. Probably this one. Okay, so I'm going to pick one for my start. And then I'm just going to do a checkerboard, so every other one. And if they don't seem to want to come up, try cutting the edges again just a little bit. You might not have gotten it cut well enough. And I use the underside of my blade to get under there to get the corners so that they pop up a little bit easier. And I'm going to do all the background first. I'm not going to do anything inside of the circle until all the outside is done. right, now that I'm got all the outside done, I'm going to peel out, whoops, I need this one little piece here. I'm going to peel out the inside. It's also going to be checkerboard, but because of the way that it's set up, you are going to have pieces that might both be black or both be white, and that is okay. So you're just going to pick which one you want to, just pick one to start with and go from there, just like we did at the outside. And there we have it.